Oconee Entertainment. Oconee Entertainment is here to bring you action from all types of racing for this series, the Full Length Cup Challenge, and more. No matter what you're racing, we can bring the action to life. My name's Justin Prince, alongside the wk4 tonight, and our producer is Howie Burrows for this evening's coverage as we get ready for 75 laps from Kansas. This series always an interesting one, Howie, especially with the AI aspect to it. A lot more humans starting to join up as of late, as they look to see, are the humans going to win, or will AI control the world?
It's been a pretty successful run for the humans, especially last week at Talladega. I didn't expect it. Now, Kansas is a track that I really thought I escaped from on this channel. I thought we'd gotten past the Cup Series week, and it turns out we didn't, because we're here one last time in these trucks. These run super fast around it. They go almost flat around the whole length of this very, very wide track. So the racing gets close and terrifying here.
It's going to be an interesting night as drivers test out the multi-groove racing here. We are qualifying, open qualifying, remember, in this series. Right now, it is a AI driver up the top of the board. Christopher Bell is in the 30.3s, followed by Gregory Farmer, Aaron Vogt, Chantel Puddle, Kevin Iannelli will round up the top five for now. But for these drivers too, it's going to be important to maintain the bottom in some aspects, to try and go the short distance, but that top line can carry a lot of momentum to make some passes tonight.
You also often see people diving down into the apron and running side by side on the low side. I'm very curious to see whether the AI actually takes this strategy, whether they also fly through the apron. It's a common strategy in the real world as well as on the virtual track. This league certainly filling up on the racing is fun, and sometimes just a little bit chaotic and unusual. It should be a total of 18 cars on the grid today, so it's going to be plenty packed, even if some of them are going to be iRacing bots along the way. But they've made good adversaries and good opponents.
It's going to be an interesting night. 75 laps again are your distance here this evening. Should see a halfway caution for the trends also. We just haven't received the exact lap total. We will see that yet. The AI drivers are all saying they're coming down pit road. We're just waiting for the timer to run out for qualifying. As the last of the drivers cross the stripe, you see the AI drivers refusing to use the apron here tonight. AI Christopher Bell at the top of the board in session, though, running basically double duty with the NASCAR Cup Series going on in real life coming up in tomorrow's Roval action. But we transition now to the qualifying session here. It's just about time to go racing here in the Palmetto Racing League. See who comes out on top here from Kansas.
I'm working on it. It takes a little bit of WD-40 to make this grid come alive. Here we are.
Yes, indeed. Christopher Bell able to come up to the starting grid. Gregory Farmer is on the front row of note. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Some drivers running those paint schemes tonight. Aaron Vogt will start in third after being top of the practice. Chantel Puddle starts in fourth. Rounding the top six, Kevin Iannelli, that's an AI driver. Joshua Fix is a real person. Then it's going to be a couple AI drivers. Alex Horn and David Lavecchio amongst the top eight. Then Ozzie Greg Hill races against real person Matthew Corley. Howie.
Still a bit more mixed down the bottom of the grid. AI Travis Sullenberger next to David Martin, one of our human drivers. Few AI ones here. Jose Diaz Castillo alongside Chris Widener and Greg West next to John Henry. Two iRacing, two of the biggest iRacing staff members on the service. Logan Gill and Nicholas Krause will be two humans to make up the back of the row. We've not seen Nicholas grid yet, but Logan's hit the grid. Turns out it's going to be 18 cars, and I absolutely cannot count. But that's almost all of them on the grid today. And this race should fly by in time. We're 75 laps, expecting a stage caution and likely some for causal on the way. Cars love to get in each other's stuff around this track, but it's always an action-packed high-speed one.
It's going to be a fun night to see how things fare out here at Kansas. What are some of your keys to victory when it comes to running here?
It's very, 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 very easy to be bold and just go as fast as you can and almost forget about tires, because this is a car and track combo that just encourages you to just run as confidently as you can. And all of a sudden, you have nothing left and you've burned the right front on these things. That's one of the things that the trucks do still encourage, some of that tire management around there. You don't want to push, but you definitely want to have a level of restraint and know to keep it consistent throughout a lap.
Which of the humans do you think comes out on top tonight?
I say it's often a little bit. It's a little bit of a random crapshoot sometimes. Chantel Pond got an amazing run over the line at Talladega. Seemed to be right time, right place. If she gets a brain in place one more time, it could be an easy win. But anyone starting up front and having track position here, I think is going to have a pretty good day.
So we get set to go as, for some reason, the AI drivers are running the pace lap in first gear. That is not good for the fuel mileage. You also had Nicholas Krause not grid tonight. They were supposed to be your 18th starter. Again, happy with us tonight here on McGillity Entertainment, the Palmetto Racing League. Part of the lead in into our FLCC coverage as well this evening. We go full tilt at the Roval for a cutoff race. All set for the pace truck to drop down to the safety of pit road. Christopher Bell already on the gas. Green flag is out. We're underway from Kansas. Clean start for Christopher Bell up front. Gregory Farmer does the same. Side by side for third. Kevin Iannelli using a little bit of the apron there actually as Vodamon's using the bottom, and we have a bit of contact. Joshua Fix trying to force it through. Up on the wall they go.
It's become an absolute madhouse here already. Plenty of instances of free wide. There's a lot of space here, but you might end up in someone else's line if you push it a bit too hard. Logan Gill's leading this absolute gaggle of cars around him, all AI cars around, but all just, and even they're not quite respecting each other's space perfectly on the track. Everybody keeps their car pointed forward, so and these laps are going to fly by in a heartbeat.
Gregory Farmer's taking the lead, by the way. We looked away with that contact situation. Quite simply, Gregory Farmer kept his foot in near full throttle, passed on the outside, made the move on Bell, and is already starting the yard ahead. The humans did have the advantage on the long runs during the quick warm-up session. As
you saw nothing,
take a look at this.
You saw nothing. Am I wrong? Graphics.
Yes.
I'm going to get fired. I'm sued. I'm in trouble. I'll fix it right now. Jeff, for you.
I believe it's his wedding day. Correct me if I'm wrong tonight.
He won't notice what I just did. It's okay. They'll fire me till the other time.
Oh, and meanwhile, this happening. Chaos. Caution flag is out, and we have trucks flipping. 66, the one's upside down. A bunch of AI drivers getting pile driven. David Martin without a front clip. About half the humans are in it.
Starts with a 71 and a 5 sideways in the pack, and look at that 53 just flying through the middle. That's where it's all kicks off and gets big. We have meatballs, we have black flags, we've got a little bit of everything on the track here actually. I wonder if a static cam is going to have to zoom out even further in order to catch a glimpse of everything that happened, but it's that 5 that gets turned, and some of those cars just get sent to another dimension over there. Quote, not sure what the AI was doing right there in the chat. I mean, maybe that is an easy way to play, but at the same time, that was a pretty nasty check. I look at David Martin here. Don't tell him the odds. Well, the odds might send him into the wall with a black flag on pit entry as well.
Well, that's all you can really say there. I'm noticing there is the earlier throttle point for the AI, while many of the humans going full throttle. A bunch of AI drivers were destroyed there. Horn, Weiner, David Martin having to get the significant repairs. Matthew Corley's down. There is a fast repair, by the way, available. Just that a majority not electing to use it here or taking the tow truck if you're the AI parade. So that's going to be a little bit of a factor where the real-world drivers are going to have to be careful here to make sure they don't end up just pile driving the AI.
I wonder how they're all going to get it back out on the track in time, quite frankly. There is a fast repair, and Matthew Corley did take, and unfortunately there's this horrific reality in iRacing where if you enter the box and it was unchecked, you get stuck here now. Purgatory, this is where you live, in pit row. So, you know, he's stuck there for a minute. You can't actually unfree the car and turn it back on. So that sucks. Some drivers taking a small detour into the pit lane. Drivers like Shantae Bottle and Gregory Farmer, they just took some fuel. There's a big fuel limit on the cars in this league, as you're well aware. I mean, they couldn't even do 10 laps at Talladega without stopping. So very, 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 you want to take every fuel stop you can. And quite a few drivers out front, Logan Gill and Aaron Vogt, didn't take anything at all. David Martin's moving again. Black flag could get cleared. I think he might have made a mistake on pit entry after his legendary send. Matthew Corley, he's frozen up.
Trapped in over the toe for now. So we'll see when they get released. Again, doubled up for the restart. 30% that fuel limit, by the way. The normal fuel run at 1.5 miles says 46 to 50 laps. So you reduce that down a fair bit here to maybe less than 20 laps a run at best. So top 6 all stay out. That includes 2 humans. Aaron Vogt and driver involved in the pile driving, the 71 of Logan Gill. So let's find how this is going to play out with the top-off strategy for a majority of the drivers, including the AI. Greg West did take some tires also. Ready to go. Green, green, green. Was that before the restart zone, actually, Howie?
I don't,
yes,
they might not be running it.
For what? I think David Martin actually picked up a black flag there, but not the control car.
Start zone's not enabled, so drivers are willing to pull off when the pace car pulls in, but still passing that leader can be a problem. Rows of free wide. Kevin Inarelli dropping back like a rock in the middle of all that. And Aaron Vogt's going to try and send it on the outside of Aussie Greg Hill to try and lead these humans to glory. Logan Gill and the 71 on the outside, though. He's fast too.
All of them just taking the high side in this spot. They try and shape things up here. I believe we have a third person that's just jumped in. Kirk, the humans are winning so far.
Oh, thank God. That's the hope and dream here. We always try to make sure our teams are able to stay ahead of them AI. That's it right now, side by side for the lead. That's pretty good to watch, 71-22. Awesome to see that right now.
Everything right now is showcasing that the AI drivers are basically tippy-toeing right now around the racetrack, like we're seeing with Jose Diaz-Castillo. Once those backing down here, it is a bit of adaptive AI. We learned with Bristol where there is a bit of a rubber band. It's just that right now the rubber band is going human way. Logan Gill to the race lead, taking it over here, Howie. And now the top 2 look to duke it out here already, about halfway potentially on the fuel.
I'm going to be real.
Rookies.
I think this is Kirk's call now. I'm still here, but I'll just sit back. I'll leave it to him.
Yeah, thanks, Howie. Sorry about that, guys. A little late here this afternoon, but I can tell you right now, I'm surprised by the line these guys are running. They're running the top lane, not worrying about tire wear. They're just pushing that thing right out of the gate. I know these guys are new to it and all, but it's just 83 is a little slow on the racetrack right there. Something's going on with Joshua Fix.
Already involved in one of the incidents, and Fix is really backing off. Seems to be, I'm not sure if he's just struggling with the throttle. Let's see what happened here.
I did this time play the right logo, so we're rescued on that.
I get 3 wide with some of the AI, and he just drove it in the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably do the same thing. You know, I thought about it. Once they're 3 wide, I'm scared. I got nowhere else to go. Might as well try and go through the wall. See if that fixes the job. But right here, you see the 06 catching up to the back bumper of the 22. That's Chantel Pottle. We know she's fast. She's able to win these things. We saw her do that last week. Now she's right here sitting in third, trying to make a move for second on Aaron Vogt.
Pottle trying to use the middle line. And your current average SOF with all the AI drivers, for those very curious, is 509. Looks like Greg West is one of the drivers coming on down to the pit road this time. Once the drivers had issues early on, only 8 laps into the run. But I will say this, multi-groove racetrack when it comes to Kansas here in terms of how you play it. And Logan Gill is having a pit only 14 laps in.
Yep, you got to remember they have like a certain like percentage of the fuel that they're running. So there's partial fuel in this particular series. So they'll start making pit stops a little earlier than you think. That's only because they only got so much fuel in these things. They can't go the long distances you'd normally expect. So that's where the strategy comes in. When will Vogt and Pottle come in? That's the question right now. Is there the 06 seems to stay on the racetrack, and you see Vogt heading down pit lane.
Was once those who topped off on the last caution flag. Vogt in. And Aaron Vogt so far leading the most laps, tied with Logan Gill with 5. See if it's going to be a 4-tire service or not. Here, there's only 2 tire sets available in the pit lane too, so it's also about conserving the tires. You cannot afford to cook them.
Well, you got to think about it now. Whenever you got a short amount of fuel in those tanks, I'm sure the tires won't need to last as long. You're going to have to pit more often. So I'm thinking about that. And yeah, sure, you're going to have to make tires last if they are limited, like you said. How many did you say they had down there in the pits? You said only 2 sets? 2. Holy cow. Yeah, you're going to have to make them last a little longer. So Pottle up here leading this thing. Canada's up front. So it's 3 sets, 2 changes. So that means they should be able to be fine. They ain't going to use too much tire. It should be pretty good there. Gregory Palmer, is that an AI there? Or is that a person here? That looks like a person to me. Holy cow, would you look at that? This guy right here, haven't seen him all last handful of weeks. Must be a first time for him out here.
Yeah, I was about to say, this series is attracting some new drivers here to make the challenges here. It is a season that lasts 1.5 years, mind you. There's opportunities for many of these beginners to learn. And that's part of the series' attractiveness, you'd have to think, is the opportunity to see, can you learn from the AI at some of the tracks and develop? Majority of these drivers are newer competitors on the service.
Yeah, we talked to a couple of them last week. And they hadn't been on longer than a month, a couple of these guys, and they're still out there trying. It's awesome. The thing is that it makes it entertaining for those of us that's been on the service for many, many years, because we like seeing a lot of these new folks come in here and try to succeed and show us what they got and watch them learn and grow through the ranks. But it's really fun. We're going to see one of them head down pit road right here. Look out on pit road speed limit. Got to make sure we're fine here. That's Gregory Palmer heading down in the 48 car. Farmer, I should say.
Farmer, yes. I was going to say that was extremely conservative, though. He was backing up a fair bit on that entry. That's one of the things that you learn as a driver as you go on the service is how deep you can go without risking wrecking the truck or speeding. And in that case, we have a crash on the track. Matthew Corley's turned one of the AI trucks. Aussie Greg Hill.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, let's take a look, see what the heck happened here. Let's look at the screen. 95 car, chilling. doing just fine. He's running the bottom. He's going to get a run here. Look out, all the way on the bottom. Well, I'm going to tell you what that was. That looked on purpose. That was pretty blunt. I mean, that was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that was interesting in terms of that, because that's a hard right into the middle of the racetrack.
Yeah. The corner goes left. That's the best part. Oh, gosh. He's like, well, I need a caution. I don't know how I'm going to get it. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's watch this wheel right here. This is going to tell us everything we need to know. He's down on the bottom of the track. Not loose. Maybe, actually looking at that wheel, I could say he just got loose and was very slow to react. Maybe that's what it was when he turned back up the hill. I don't know. That looked bad from the outside. I think he was just loose though after looking at the in-car. When you hit the apron like that, that makes a lot more sense. But the 6-car innocent bystander, but I'm sure that 6 car's emotions aren't going to be broken here. But look out, camera. Woo! Now that little flash by saved our lives there. That was pretty good.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of there is that car just snapped loose or something. That is not what you expect to see every day, but we expect 4 or 5 pit stops for the field. Chantel Pottle stayed out here. So let's find out how this plays out. By the way, with the timing of this, I'm trying to sort things out with the scoring here. I believe we only have a couple on the lead lap. Majority of these drivers are actually pinned here or having to take waves.
That is going to be a big deal. I mean, now they're going to have to, this doesn't help any of them at this point. Now, the only one I think that's in a good position now is Chantel Pottle. I mean, she's going to be in a position now where she can pit on her own accord and she'll be fine.
Yeah, just had pit actually, so if anything,
no
panic at all.
I thought she hadn't stayed out. I thought she hadn't pitted yet.
I think she was coming down at the time of the wreck.
Oh, no kidding. That's perfect. Perfect timing then.
So, looking like we'll have a lot of wave routes. Going to have to keep an eye on how this all sorts on the laps now with the pit sequence, by the way. A lot of fuel-only stops for the AI when they came down the past couple laps. And the first one to go, John Henry, Aaron Vogt, Travis Sullenberger, Jose Diaz-Castillo, Christopher Bell, along with Logan Gill, part of the wave rounds. Also throw in Greg West, throw in Aussie Greg Hill, Alex Horn, all taking waves. And all of a sudden, it's David Lavecchio who is in the lead, but Chantel Pottle, who scored second, with Kevin Iannelli up on the outside here, but scored laps down.
I tell you what, you mastered that last name of that AI up there. David, what'd you call him again? What was that last name?
Kevin Iannelli. I've worked with him before.
Lovecchio, whatever that fellow. Lavecchio. I was looking at that last name, and I thought it was Love Chico. And I was like, what? I didn't see the double C. Well, I mean, now we're going to get this restart. Chantel, fresh tires sitting there. P2 on the bottom. Going to try and make their way towards the front. That truck's just down a dive back into the pit road, and we're going to get this thing back underway. Everybody's catching up to the back of the field, though. Look out.
Found out with the start zone being off from Howie. So most of the field is just saying, what's a restart zone? Off and away. Hey, if it was the AI usually goes pretty early.
Oh, yeah.
What we see.
Oh, yeah.
All this is with the top 2 being the AI for now, but that should change pretty quickly. Look at Pottle with a rocket. All while the rest of the lead lappers are looking a fair ways back to the lead.
Whoa! Joshua Fix just door slammed one of the cars just back here. Holy cow, that was a big one. These 3 wide, look out.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this as Pottle just quite literally drove by them like they were standing still. But this...
Pow!
AI
just
didn't care.
Out of the way.
Yeah, I think the AI came down on them.
Oh, I have no idea. I can just tell you, this is always interesting on restarts with AI being out here. Let's take a look at the live picture, see if we haven't missed anything. Still green flag racing. You got 3 cars right now. Joshua Fix, two of the AI guys right in front of the 83 right now, and Logan Gill. These guys are battling side by side for position. I think that's going to be an interesting battle to see who's going to take advantage of it. See if they can get by that AI car up ahead. Let's put them 3 wide, I don't think.
And Lavecchio is not going fast right now. They're right now turning lap times of 31.8. The best times are in the 30.8. So a massive difference for some of these drivers right here, and that's why seeing all the human drivers zip on by here so quickly. Speaking of humans, Vogt trying to find a way around one. Joshua Fix not wrapping the white line like they should be. Vogt with the higher line, gonna get trapped behind the AI. Oh, that is massively slow, and that's why we've seen one pile drive already before you came in here, Kirk. The AI trucks like to back off very early onto the brake.
Well, the good news is at least we have faith that there's a chance that we will have a human driver winning the race. That's always been the goal here. It's the, man versus machine. That's what we got right now, and we are winning that battle. Top 4 are doing so. 5th place, the first one that's not. That's John Henry. Look out for that guy. Probably not going to be a problem, as right now, I really like this battle with the 83 and the 22. 83, I think he's a little bit slower than the 22, but he's running a slightly different line, so I'm excited to see how that tire wear is going to change over the course of the run if they continue with those line choices.
Indeed, here you see right now the 9 battling fellow AI competitor Christopher Bell. And the AI pocket, it's just grouped together. As we were saying, you had to think some of these drivers who the AI would rubber band eventually, just with some of the adaptive part. Jose Diaz Castillo coming down, no pit call. But the 17 is at the end of the fuel tank, so they had to come in. Christopher Bell will have to do the same. Aaron Vogt actually is right on the number 2 here, Kirk. So they have to come on down right at 45 to go pretty much here.
Well, all right. Might be a good time to do it then. Let's see if anybody's going to make it. We already see a couple cars making a look down at the bottom. He's already getting ready for that entry. You could always tell when an AI is about to pit. They always do something a little different. Now, Alex Horn, right behind him, is going to be able to pass him right on by. Let's see. What else we got up here? Where's our humans at again? See, most of the humans up at the front of the field, not really causing too much of a stir. Right now, side by side with the 71 and the 22.
Yeah, for second, Logan Gill fell off already, almost a second in a third. Vogt indicated pit stop coming, and I believe Vogt is out. Vogt's out of gas. He is slow on the apron. He is trying to roll in.
Yeah, I think he'll make it to his pit stall, but he's got to be able to coast there. That's the hard part now. He's got the 37 of Widener right behind him as well, an AI driver, so not going to be much help.
You already got a black flag.
Black flag, pit entry, Aaron Vogt. We saw him win the first couple races of this little league here, and now he's having some trouble a few races in, so going to have to find a way to come back from that. But right now, the 83, take a look at this. 71 and the 83 side by side again. These two like fighting each other a lot. Logan Gill and Joshua Fix.
Up in the spot goes the 83 despite the damage. And the working man outdoors machine now looks to try close a 7-second deficit. Otto's really focused on the long run speed here. That's going to be a hard deficit to close here if we do stay green, but we are approaching halfway with the next 8 laps, so there is that to factor in.
We are getting really close to it. The main thing I'm concerned about now is that how much, when will Chantel's tank start running out, and will she be able to make the pit stop in time? Because she has a great advantage right now. You don't want to run it all the way to where you're just barely going to run out in 3 and 4. You might as well pit a lap earlier. We'll see what they choose to do. But right now, leading this thing comfortably, probably listening to some Monet or something. Caution's out on the racetrack.
So there goes the lead. And Gonna be interesting where this gets sparked. David Lavecchio is going slow. Not sure where the exact caution just came out here. Farmer had just come down with a bunch of AI.
Nicholas Krause threw the caution flag.
That must have been the stage caution right there. That explains that. So, a lot of end-of-line penalties for coming in, entering a closed pit, Kirk. Well then.
AI was just abused by the humans, is what I just heard about right there. Whew. Well, all right. I guess that's how it goes right there. Now humans going to have an extra bit of advantage here.
So this is the stage break here, a little bit early. This would have had the stage caution right at the end of some of the human fuel runs here. So it's going to take a little bit for the pack to close up to the pace truck. And Puddle, somebody's going to have to respond to that pace here. They want a chance to contend. Vote is laps down. Gregory Farmer is pinned a lap down here, possibly two, with this sequence. So what's the approach now like, Kirk, knowing it's pretty clear the AI is off by a second, but so far, Chantel Puddle's been a second quicker.
Been a second quicker than most of the field, lap after lap. She's able to pull away. She's coming down pit road now. I think that she's going to have no problems here. I think she's going to be the car to beat based off of what we've seen so far. The main concern that she probably has is seeing if Vote can ever recover from the penalty to be able to catch back up. That's the main thing she's probably going to be under concern. But everybody else, I think that she's got the fastest car so far.
I think she's got a super fast truck absolutely here.
Oh, it's
Halfway.
a truck. Oh, yeah, of course it's a truck. I'll make sure I call it what it is. My bad. There you go.
It is an SUV, not a truck.
All right. It's a stock car with a frame that makes it look like a truck. That's the quote of the year. Oh, I gotta love this. It's always fun when we talk about the dynamics of what a vehicle looks like. Good Lord.
Yeah. David Lavecchio came out second, by the way, in terms of the run. Farmer got the lucky dog in this one. So, feel we'll re-bunch up here with 4 on the lead lap. Logan Gill did take some time, get some damage repair in a litany of wave rounds being given by race control. So race control is trying to get as many people on the lead lap as they can here before we get back going.
You know,
And
Justin,
that's about fairness. Yeah.
I got to tell you right now, I had the $1 million idea just pop in my head 5 seconds ago. I got to tell you what it is right here. We're talking about trucks out. Oh, look out, fast car on the bottom. Holy yeah, sorry, I thought that car was going to just absolutely kill somebody. Nope. But what I was going to say was $1 million idea. What if we decided as a collective to get a whole bunch of them Jeep Wranglers and make a Jeep racing series similar to the truck series? That's my idea. That's going to make millions right there. I guarantee it. It could do good. Justin, what do you think about the idea?
It would cost billions, though, so...
I mean, in the sim, buddy, in the sim.
Still need to scan the Jeep.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Make sure the BOP is right on all the Jeeps, you know what I mean? Especially if you have different models of Wranglers.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, but, you know, maybe put rocks out on the track, too, to make it look kind of like you know, like it's actually off-road or whatever. I don't know. It's just a funny idea. But I think right now, one thing I'm surprised by is every one of these restarts, we've had a leader, which was an AI car, and they always get that dang jump. We're going to see that happen again here, but let's watch it. Watch that 9 car. He's going to get the jump here.
Here we go. Oh, Pottle actually kept him boxed up for the restart. Lavecchio didn't go.
That is surprising. All right. Well, there you go. I guess that was just second place then. I thought that he was leading the thing. Okay. Now look out. They're going to be able to pass these AI guys like they're sitting in water. All right. Whoa!
Oh, that is an AI driver with the squeeze. Greg West not on the lead lap. Here we get in contact there. 2 humans zoom on by. Fix and Gill looking to fight. 36 laps to go, and they're getting a fair bit on Pottle.
Side by side. This ain't over yet. Logan Gill and Joshua Fix finally getting there to the back bumper of Chantel. Surprising me. Look at the 71. He's going to be her outside, out of turn 2.
Gill with the short run speed. Led a couple laps earlier on tonight. Uses the top line as Pottle is backing up the corners. So Gill to the point. Here comes Fix.
Wow, that's the first time we've seen any of the other human drivers get on by Chantel just like that. So now the 83 looking for an opportunity as well.
Yeah, just take another time this time, though. Fix has had a hard time making passes here this evening, AI or human. Looks like Pottle has changed the line and decided, you know what, go on through. No issue with the hold up, and the top 3 are 4 seconds ahead. Just like that, able to run off as Gill is setting a lot of fast lap times, 30.4s. Those are some of your fastest laps on circuit, period, tonight. Gill's trying to pull away from this.
How far away can they go? I mean, the thing is, once you start pushing that car, one of the tires are going to start wearing out, and then the 83 is going to catch right back up. So you got to be able to manage the gap. That's what a lot of drivers need to learn how to do when you're leading a race, is manage the gap. You can't just get out to a 30-second lead and feel good about it. Your tires are going to kill, and then you're going to feel bad, just like right now. Look at the 83. Down to the inside of the 71 now that the tires are warmed up. You can see this is a battle for the lead, side by side down the backstretch. I'm not sure he's going to be able to hang on to it heading into 3, but I do like seeing these rookies go at it. It's always fun watching a good old early bird race in the 83. Joshua Fix going to take the spot out of 4.
So Fix to the lead for the first time tonight. It's about halfway to the fuel run already. Good job, though, by Gill to have some adaptability in this fight, though, as we've gone for the top. Fix, though, running almost the console line. That is a lot lower than you would expect someone to run down the straightaways at the bottom of the racetrack like that. That will impact the tires a little bit for the 83.
You said it, man. I tell you, I think that 71's pretty quick, but he's able to keep up. I think that these guys are running different lines every lap, so, I mean, you can't really say who's faster. I just like that they're battling each other hard, and Chantel's is back there watching the whole thing happen as they're still side by side.
Still nothing going for Gill to get the pass back. Actually electing to try to take the air off the spoiler. Trying to get Fix loose here on the pole. Contact to the fender.
Contact!
And we backed off.
Oh, man, this is good. I remember so many rookie races when it happened just like this, where you got two guys who are, not perfectionists here. They're out here trying to just finish out laps, and one lap I'd be faster, next lap they be faster, and it's some of the most fun racing you can have. But my gosh, that entry that we just saw from the 83 was way low. It's going to be a great run for the 71 on the exit.
A good run again, all the way to the bumper. Try to change things up to the outside. Couple laps for the pit stop now. Gill, better in 3 and 4. Fix has been solid in 1 and 2 and making that flat line work throughout this run. This field, by the way, 10 seconds ahead of the AI drivers here. These 3 have knocked down time. They're actually going to have lap traffic coming up, and you better be ready for that AI traffic.
Oh, yeah. But then again, they're going to have to pit again here soon, too. They're still side by side going into 1. Really shallow entry from the 83. Really high entry for the 71. Look out. I think this is going to be a 71's favor here. Going to have a run on the exit. Still side by side. Chantel watches from 3rd.
Yeah. Otto at this point, hoping to just melt their tires off. We've seen the long run be a factor. And a few drivers have already taken some sets here as of late, or gotten damage repairs. Or side by side. Gill looking to squeeze. Fix is drifting up a little bit more. starting to use up a little bit of those Goodyear Eagles here on this run as they're about to lap Corley, as well as Kevin Ionelli in the traffic. Corley staying in the middle of the circuit for now. Fix is sending it.
Whoa!
As goes Corley to the apron, and Gill tries to pit right in front of Pottle's nose.
Oh, no. That ruined it. Oh, no. Oh, pit road entry is always a difficult thing for folks to learn. Let's take a look at it. Still side by side. For 3 and 4, you can see it here. Just flat contact. 71 tries to go down. Contact with the 06. They both save the car. Give them props for that. But they lose a lot of ground. And the 83 of Joshua Fix now leads this race commandingly as he comes down pit road right now as we speak.
So that has completely worked out well for Fix. Gill quite simply just didn't realize where they were with the pit stop sequence. You'd have to think. Just, you cannot pit when someone's right behind you. You're asking for contact. That would happen. Pottle is going to pit this upcoming time by the way. Pottle has no nose damage, thankfully for her. Still though, if it stays green, math says one more stop after this. Maybe.
Well, I always am a fan of the super savers. The thing is, AI can sometimes save a whole lot of dang fuel before because they're running slower. Maybe that's something maybe there's something to that. Maybe that's a strategy. Who knows? But by the end of the race, we'll find out who's got enough gas to be able to hang on to the lead and win this thing. Top 3 still Pottle, Gill, and Fix up front.
Gill and Fix only took fuel, by the way, in the last pit stop. Pottle does the same. Where they blend together here soon. Right now, Gill, believe it or not, is ahead of the 83 of Fix here, despite the contact. Wow, is all I can really say, because they lost a lot of ground on the track. They'll actually cycle in front of Pottle.
Oh, yeah. Well, would you look at that right there? That's actually pretty surprising. Now, will Pottle with fresher tires be able to actually make up the ground? That's the question.
Yeah, now it's a 2-truck battle for the race lead. Fix is more than a second back of it. So 24 laps to roll here as the field's really separated out. Up front, AI traffic gonna have to go. Farmer and Vote, by the way, battling out.
66 around the 48 upside down the 66. Was that an AI car? It had to be. There's no way. Yeah, that sure was. He's sitting upside down, lands the car. What's up with Kansas and having flips this week? Jeez Louise, man.
Another one. So another flip for an AI driver. Again, that is from awareness of what the AI is expected to do here. They quite simply drove to the back again. That's the second time we've seen a crash from that.
Golly. Well, there you go. I guess now you got to be able to look out for the cars in the way here. Let's ride on board. This guy's, if he was real, probably needing a new pair of pants. Good Lord.
Yeah, that is Sullenberger with the contact there. See, Sullenberger had just made the pass, and then Gregory Farmer, not expecting a lift point, drives through.
Yeah, it's going to kill the 48 car, Gregory Farmer here. Going to have to get some damage repaired if they can.
So, now what do you do? The AI...
Hit for gas and tires.
That's it. AI drivers are doing that. The humans, in a lot of these cases, look like they are not. So, see who gets the lucky dog. Believe Vote is in that spot here, which we remember that 22 was fast earlier and now has an opportunity potentially to go. As will they get the lucky dog here? Doesn't look like they get the wave here. In fact, nobody's getting the wave. They haven't given the waves out yet, in fact, here.
All right. Well, now the question is, with 21 laps to go, we're going to get probably 19 to go for a restart, most likely. somewhere around that number. I'm curious to see how well Logan Gill could hang on to this lead. We saw what happened to him earlier. He was able to get away on a little bit of a lead, but then Joshua Fix got up to the back bumper. Logan Gill, I should say, the other way around. Joshua Fix was able to catch up on the long run. So will Logan Gill be able to hang on to the lead over the course of a long run? We're going to have to find out on this here restart.
Yep. And doesn't look like there's any waves being signaled from race control here, this caution. But again, it's an opportunity for Fix to rebound here. Pottle leapt on back a little bit with that run. Gill was the most aggressive on the pit entry despite the contact. And now looks to reset. So, how would you play this now if you are Fix going to start third here on this restart?
I'm Fix. My goal is to be able to make sure nobody else has a chance. So I'm going to beat and bang my way through them and then lead the whole race till the end of the day. That's my goal. But if you're trying to be nice to make friends out there, then in that case, maybe just try and stay on the back bumper and wait for the right time for a mistake to happen and then work your way around. That's always the best way to do it. If you're trying to keep buddy-buddy with the drivers you're racing with.
Drivers have become very well known to each other here. Again, no wave arounds were given this caution by the field. So that means just 6 are on the lead lap for the upcoming restart. Gill in first, Pottle second, Fix in third. The rest is AI. Bell, Lavecchio, Sullenberger are the other 3.
Oh man, I love restarts like this, man.
Good opportunity to have a battle amongst these 3 that have put on some good fight in the second half of this race. Here we go. 19 laps to go here in Palmetto Racing action. Green flag is out. We're backing away. And Fix didn't get a good start. Fix nearly weaved up into the AI car for Bell. Their truck avoids contact at least. Fix didn't really get the best of goings there.
Not at all, man. Right now, that 83 got a ways to go to get back underway. He's just got to get that car underneath it. As the battle for the lead picking up. Chantel to the outside of Logan Gill.
Otto trying to go for it. Now over the back end. Prefers the high line here for this fight. Gill trying to wrap the bottom here. Trying to go the shorter distance around here. Which lane will come out on top here? It's going to be, for now, Pottle, who has the chance to break away with a high side on exit, has the race lead with the pole. Pottle now moves ahead.
Pottle was watching those 2 battle for most of the beginning part of the run. Now that we got that caution, she caught back up, and now she's battling side by side herself. Look at the 71 on the bottom, make slight contact out of the exit of the corner. Look out.
Yeah, they're close contact. Pottle at the back end of the 71. A little bit of checking up. Look at this. Both trying to lap themselves here in this 2. Chance to be able to get back on the lead lap if the 22 passes them all here. We'll pass by 3, at least 2 of the 3.
Absolutely. Look at that car right there. 22 needs to do it the old-fashioned way. That's the right way to go about it. See if he's able to do it. Make him move down to the bottom. There you go. All right. Now he's going to dive it in deep. He should be able to have the lead and lead this thing for a while. Now he just has to hope for a caution right at the right time. That's the question now, is these leaders on down the back straightaway. There's a new car here. AI car catching up to the back bumper of Joshua Fix right now. I think that might be a factor coming up here in a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of the AI drivers actually adapting to the speeds here. Jose Diaz-Castillo, who took tires, interestingly, though. So that's a good reason why they picked up speed here compared to earlier. Not saving so hard to preserve a set of tires, only 6 laps into a fresh set of Goodyear Eagles here to end off their run. With the rest of the field coming down potentially in the next 5 laps.
17's making a move on the 83, no doubt. Will the humans be able to hang on? That's the question I have. We got to make sure humans win this race. Come on, guys.
I wonder what the reaction would be if one of the AI drivers actually did end up winning one of these races.
I call not interviewing that one. That's the truth of the matter. You can have him. I don't know what he's going to say, but it scares me to even talk to him.
Still not appreciating all the checkups with Fix. Fix has really fallen off now with the tire wear building up from several runs for the 83. Pottle has built away and now works off the back of Gill. Less than 13 laps to go. By the way, Aaron Vogt is by far the fastest truck on the racetrack with fresh tires taken the last time they pit. And will need a caution to have a chance for the race win, albeit with the potential of having older tires than those up front here.
Right there, he's coming down pit road. He couldn't make it last forever right there. Unfortunately, he chose he had to come down pit road, so he's going to need a lot more than just a caution to be able to get back on the lead lap, unfortunately, for Aaron Vogt.
Yep. At this point, going to be difficult. Pit window was open, by the way. Travis Sonnenberger, the AI driver, did duck down to the lane. Fix going really low here. I think Fix is pitting, and Fix just got ran over by AI Alex Horn.
Yeah, he's out of gas. Joshua Fix is out of gas on the apron in turns 3 and 4 right now.
Went way early on the entry. I don't know if they're out of gas, but it was a massively conservative entry. See, hand out the window, going low like AI, and then pits in turn 3.
It's an interesting way to do pit entry, but up front, we still got this race going on up front right now. I gotta say, Chantel Pottle is just sitting right behind the 71, waiting for any mistake to happen. This is for the lead.
Down to these two, Gill and Pottle. Maybe Castillo in the conversation too as an AI driver. Gill saying they're pitting in this lap. No late calls this time after the contact previous. Gill has to be good on the entry. No speeding penalties. Pottle will run the wall. Here we go. Decent entry. This time for the 71. And Gill gets into the speed limit just in time. Carrying a lot of speed coming in.
Now, when does Pottle come down?
Has to be this upcoming time by, you would have to think.
Yep, she just said so, yep.
Yep, just confirmed it. So will this work on the pit call? Going to come down to Pottle's entry, and she is really backing it down early. This is almost too early to decide to do this here. Can she make up the ground on the roll-in? No. Pottle did not get as good of an entry, not even close to Gill, who had a 9-second stop.
Looking at the cars now, trying to see where everybody's stacked up. I think the one I think's in a good position there is Joshua Fix. Maybe. I'm going to check. Perhaps. I'm going to keep looking to make sure. Not sure who's going to be inheriting the lead. Is it, you said Gill right now?
Yes, by 10 seconds compared to Fix, by the way.
Oh, my.
Pottle taking longer. Pottle, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, takes a set with 8 laps to go.
Right there. Normally you just stay out, keep it 2 tires or 1, at least 2. I mean, getting just a little flash of gas is all you need. Not going to work this time, but right now an AI is leading. Can the AI save enough gas?
No, they're in fact.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good to hear. All right, good. Now we got at least know that we got that going. Now, how far away is Christopher Bell from Logan Gill here?
Well, it's sizable. There, 5 seconds is what we're hearing is the difference right now for Gill. So Gill is in the driver's seat. It's going to be interesting. Oh, hold on. There might be an interesting one. Jose Diaz Castillo, the AI driver, has held on to the lead by 2 seconds here because they only took a 3-second fuel stop. 6 laps to go.
Oh, my gosh. Is this going to be the week? Please don't let this be the week. Come on, Gil. Go get him.
Gill's got fresher rubber, remember. We've seen that difference where Castillo used the set in the previous time. Now will the pace be? Gill at the longer time that normally you would see for a 2-tire stop. 5 laps to go. The gap is already down almost a second.
Okay, where did this drama come from? Out of nowhere, out of left field. Okay, 0.7 of a second. I think he's gonna get there, and he's gonna get there with like 3 to go. And if Vogt has something to say about it. Vogt's dooring him down the back straightaway. Put him in the wall.
Not sure why you would put the leader into the wall, AI or not, but okay. 4 to go. Gill's got the rapid speed. Gill opens the door up the high side, doesn't even try to defend this race lead. New race leader coming through, Logan Gill. And Logan Gill takes the point.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, man, I almost had a heart attack there. Come on.
Gentel Pato, by the way, not fast enough on the 4 tires, is 7 seconds back of the 71. 2 seconds ahead of Joshua Fix for the podium. Only barely faster. That's not even close with this tire difference.
So now we're just watching this to the end of the race. There's only one driver who would love to see a caution right now. I think that's Aaron Vogt. Out of everybody else, nobody else wants to see any sort of wreck or anything else like that. Keep it green as long as possible, these guys are thinking.
Now we want to close things out clean. 2 laps to go coming up. So only a couple more times around for Logan Gill to close things out here tonight, here in Palmetto. Been a night with speed for the 71. Made some mistakes on the pit entry, trying to learn about that. But since then, looked pretty decent. Good pace throughout the run, showing skill. Now, coming up to the white flag this time by, but the lead over the AI, 1.6 seconds. White flag is out. Final time around here, Kirk.
Man, all day came down to this. It was humans versus AI robots. Tell you what, today the humans are going to win. That's the good news, as long as that 71 can make it through a few more sets of corners. Heading down the backstretch for the final time, Logan Gill. First time we've seen his name in the lead in a possible race-winning situation. Final corner, he's on the apron, he's loose. Hank, don't wreck that car, buddy. All right, there you go. He saved it. He's going to be able to win the race. Coming to the line, Logan Gill gets the job done.
Logan Gill gets the race win, 2.1 seconds. The margin, it's firework time. Gentel Pato gets the top 3. Joshua Fix in 4th. Kevin Iannelli, 16 seconds back. Rounds out the top 5.